This is Puerto Nariño. It's in Colombia. That's the Amazon. And today, where are we going, Lisa?
More jungle.
Apparently it's the jungle, and we're going to Amacajacu, where the Ticuna indigenous community live. So we're going to walk through the Ticuna village, walk through Amacajacu, but first we need a
Coffee.
coffee. So we've reached the end of the houses in Puerto Nariño, and down here we're heading into the jungle towards San Martin and the Amacajacu River. This is called the sleep tree. So put one of these leaves around the back of a baby's head, on the neck of a baby, and it will sleep all night long. And watch what happens if I touch it. Whoa, see that closes up. There's two monkeys playing around in those trees over there, but they're too far away and too camouflaged. There's a little fork in the path here. Huachine to left, Amacajacu to the right. We found this yesterday. This is a mushroom that is good for acne. Look at the colour of that beauty. So, my skin's not perfect. Now let's give it a go. You just rub it on.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And I'm going to be beautiful. You wait and see. There's a bunch of monkeys up there. Titty monkeys.
Yeah.
Sort of going from one tree to another on the branches. The monkeys that we see here, they're not going to come and sit on your shoulder because they're not accustomed to humans, whereas when you go to the monkey sanctuary, they're well used to humans, so they'll come and get close to you. And the monkeys in the hostel the other day, they just want candy and bananas. Carmelo's just been telling us about his life, how he left his village when he was 17 and went to Leticia, met some Brazilian bloke who had a fishing boat. He said he could go work with him, so he went and worked with him for 4 years. And when the police came to the boat, he had to go down below deck and hide underneath a load of fish, and that went on for 4 years. And then he came back to Brazil and worked in a restaurant for a couple of years, but all of this without a passport, so it would have been a big problem if he got caught. And then when the pandemic came, he was back in his village. Oh, his mum thought he was dead as well, so there's no mobile communication or anything. So when he went home, his mum was overjoyed. He lived with his mum for 5 years, and then when the pandemic came, the government of Colombia gave all students, which he was one, a little bit of money every month. And what he did with his money was saved it up and bought a boat, and now he's 30 years old. And he's a tour guide with a boat, and wow, what an incredible life. My God. Ah, mucho mejor que yo. Más rápido. Well done, Lisa. It's a weird mushroom. Very wet. By this mushroom, Carmelo's found this tarantula hole here at the root, and he's just digging in to see if we can find the tarantula. See if it's tarantula's at home. But unfortunately, he's not at home. That's dense jungle, that's not a wood.
Mm.
That's dense jungle. Wow. And Carmelo learnt all about the jungle with his aunt when he was 6 years old. He used to go hunting with her, and he says that she used to go off 50 paces ahead of him and leave him standing in the night quite scared. We've got another crossing. I'm expert now, I'll be okay.
On that one. Who's a baby?
Perfect.
We've come to a bit of a clearing. There's a house just through there. A few more structures over there. And this is somebody's yard apparently, who grows lots of fruit and vegetables. Well, that would be your little hut. You'd live there, yeah?
Yeah. I love it.
Without electricity?
Yeah.
Without aircon?
Yeah.
You'd be alright?
Yeah.
Okay. By this dried riverbed with all the mosquitoes.
Alright then. I'll get some aircon in and...
Yeah, I'm in agreement. It is very pretty. Well, that's how the experts do it. Straight across, no worries. Jungle crossing number 4.
Sangre de grado.
Sangre de grado.
Back,
Bark.
muy bueno para la úlcera, gastritis.
Ah.
Un té de eso,
A cup of tea with it.
muy buena. Si quieres puede masticar
¿Sí?
y él es...
Ahora?
Ahora. Solo para probar.
Sabor de madera.
¿Sí? Es madera.
What's it taste of?
Wood.
You don't say. Look at the colour changing.
What do you think? Wood? Just woody, isn't it?
Yeah.
Todo esta es buena.
So it's good for ulcers and stomach problems. So for babies as well, the resin, can you see it? Is it red?
Mhm.
A little bit more red. Yeah, you get that, and you just put it on the teeth if they've got a problem with the mouth, tooth infection. Red. It's sticky. So we've seen a few of these parasite trees. It's a tree that wraps itself around another tree and kills it. And these trees look like huts children make in Angmering Woods. But they grow into one trunk. It goes up way high into the top of the jungle. There is no exact itinerary in the jungle.
No. Be prepared for anything.
That noise that you can hear, a bit like a clacker. In the daytime it's cool to hear that noise, no problem. But if you hear that noise at night in the jungle, it's a danger sign. Could be that there's a jaguar around or a snake. I'll just shut up so you can hear that noise. Right, the path has got a lot smaller, a lot more narrow. As we head in the direction of San Martin and the Amakujaku River. Okay, I'm not sure what's happening here yet, but we're going to find out.
Hey.
Oops. Perfect.
That's amazing.
Okay.
Well done.
Yeah,
Cool.
that's great.
We're walking under right now a big long bridge that the Colombian government paid a company to build to connect villages, and their company should have used all concrete like the posts here, but they didn't. They used inferior wood, and within 5 years it's all rotten and you can't walk on it anymore. It's just gone, it's rotten. And we've got to cross another little bit of water. A bad boy just sitting there in its web. Right, it's taken us 3 hours and 40 minutes to walk from Puerto Nariño. Oof. And now we're standing at the top of the steps that takes you to the bridge that now leads you to nowhere. There is Carmela's brother with the boat. Guess we're going to need that to get across. That is the Amacajacu River. And on the other side is the indigenous community of San Martin, Ticunas. Can we see these butterflies flying around? There's probably about 50 of them all flying around. Mariposas. Way. This girl's got a load of plastic bottles around her waist.
Keep her afloat.
It's like a life belt, life jacket. It works perfectly. My mum's washing the clothes there. De nuevo, Papa.
Es la comunidad indígena de San Martín. Cuenta con 800 habitantes. Todo personas indígenas. Ticuna.
Cool, so 800 people. 800.
800.
800 people, all indigenous. Ticunas.
Yeah.
Gracias. The first thing that greets you in the San Martin community is this burnt out house, which I've been told no one died. They just lost all their things. That looks like a talking tree. Part of the old stories of that jungle we've just walked through is that the trees used to speak to each other about pretty girls. Not about boys, just about pretty girls.
¿Tú tienes hambre?
Tienes
¿Hambre?
hambre.
Restaurant is
Yeah, see.
Numay. Lengua
Mhm.
indígena.
Mhm.
Numay.
Numai.
Numay.
Oh,
Is
Numai.
hola.
Numai.
He say very good. Numay.
Oh, it's great.
Cool.
Get in there.
Ready? Cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Cheers! Good health! Good health!
Cheers. Yeah.
We worked hard for this.
We have worked out for this.
In the San Martin community there is this hostel, so if you wanted a calm, tranquil experience you could come and stay here. It looks like there's lots of cabanas, places to sleep. Here there's a couple of floors of places. There you go down there, there's a bar where you can buy beers, and in here is the restaurant where we're going to have lunch. This is called Casa Gregorio in the community of San Martin, and it's probably the cleanest hostel I've been to in Colombia. It's amazing. The food was great. Thanks for bringing us here, Carmelo. Muchas gracias. We're leaving the San Martin community. That's Carmelo at the end of the boat, the most excellent tour guide. This is the river Amacajacu. And we have to go down this river before we get to the Amazon. A few people out fishing. Back there there's a few kids just playing in the river. That's Amacajacu on our left, and if I know the Amazon, we're about to turn right. Mocagua. Yeah, Mocagua's down there. Go down the Amazon that way to Mocagua. Yep, we've turned right. I know the Amazon now. Turned right and we're on our way to Puerto Nariño, our home for the last few days. Looks like we're floating towards the sun. So the sun sets over that way somewhere. That's Peru on the left. That's Peru over there. Colombia on the right. All steams ahead to Puerto Nariño.